Hey, how you doing today? I am Taquila Coleman. In today's video, we're going to talk about waiting for the prodigal to return. Afraid, ashamed, can't face you. Let's talk about this, okay? So, I had put up a post inside of our Community for God Ordained Spouse Facebook group, and I was just asking everyone, what questions do they have for me? And here's one of them. It said, I dreamed my prodigal telling me that she was afraid of how she was going to approach me after all that she's done to me. Could it be that she's thinking of coming back? Yes. So when God give you, these type of dreams, He's letting you know, okay, what is up ahead in the future. He's letting you know, if it's not already happening in this moment. He's letting you know that when God begin to reveal truth to your spouse and bring them into some correction, some healing take place, deliverance take place in them, and God really just open up their eyes, the scales fall off. What He is saying is, your spouse will begin to get that revelation of all the things they done to you. They will get the revelation that you are the God ordained and they were entertaining counterfeit, right? They would get all of this revelation, and this can cause the prodigal to now feel ashamed. It can cause them to delay returning because they're like, I don't even know how to face you. I don't even know what to say, how to make things right. Prodigals, they get so deep into that prodigal lifestyle. They drift so far away from the Lord to where they don't even know how to find their way back, right? And that's why God goes for that one that's lost. It is God who's going to lead your spouse back. It is God who's going to, give your spouse the courage, and while God is giving your spouse the courage to face you, um, and to come back to you, God will begin to tell you, be patient with your spouse, right? God will even tell you or show you in a dream what to pray for, right? Because this might be something that they're dealing with, they're struggling with. And so we have the power, okay, to help break our spouses free, right? So let's just say God showed you in a dream your spouse is up under heavy shame and guilt. So God is telling you, go ahead and pray against that. Help your spouse, break free from this spirit of shame and this spirit of guilt, right? Yes, God want them to be, like God want them to move into repentance, and God want them to be, to learn their lesson. But guilt and shame, that comes from the enemy, okay? That comes from the enemy to keep that person up under that and to keep them from ever, returning back home. So, you know, this is um this is the Lord letting you know that she is thinking about coming back. Okay, she is going to come back. It's just right now, or whenever this takes place, she's going to be thinking about all the things that she's done to you, right? And I want to say this too because I have gotten this question in the past where, I have been asked, well, do I reach out to the prodigal or should I just wait for the prodigal to reach out to me? Because maybe you have identified, when you see your prodigal, maybe you have identified or even heard your prodigal apologize to you, or maybe you see the remorse, maybe you see how God is moving in your spouse's life, and now you're like, well, maybe I should get the conversation started. Let's talk about this, okay? Because here's the thing: if you are already the one who God has covering your spouse in prayer, right? But if you have been reaching out to your spouse in the past, if you reached out to your spouse in the past, if you tried to, talk to your spouse but they were unwilling, if like really just try to open up that door, to bring in some clarity, and to just, you know, um, remove all of this confusion, and your spouse wasn't willing to talk or hear you out in that moment, then take your hands off. Okay, just take your hands off and just wait, okay, for your spouse to come to you. Okay. And it doesn't matter if your spouse is showing you signs, signs that they ready to come back home, or they want to apologize and they want to make things right. Require from your spouse an apology. Require for them to contact you and admit they're wrong and make things right. And the reason why I'm saying this, because we can't be the one always apologizing. We can't be the believer spouse, can't be the one always making things right, always the one reaching out, always the one no, because marriage is for the mature. Okay, and this is why I'm saying require this, right? Because number one, you deserve this. You deserve for your spouse to come back and say, "Hey, I was wrong. I should have never, threw away our friendship the way how I did, or whatever the case. I should have never responded to you that way, or I should have never, done these things to you, whatever, right? You deserve this from your spouse. You deserve for your spouse to contact you and sit you down and admit their wrongs to you, right? Because you already tried to reach out. You already tried to, have that conversation with them. They were unwilling. They wasn't trying to hear you. So now it's hands off, okay? But I want you to know that God is dealing with them. God is dealing with prodigals. He's going to give them the courage. The same way how God give you dreams, God is giving your prodigal dream, okay? He's showing your prodigal, they're not mad with you. You see? It's the same way. He's showing the prodigal, no, your husband or your wife isn't mad with you. Look, this is what they're doing for you. Look, they still love you. You are forgiven. Now it's just all about you forgiving yourself. You know, so allow God to move your spouse or help your spouse get the courage and the confidence they need, to properly approach you. Because it's going to happen. So we have to be mindful and not getting impatient. It's going to happen. Okay, they're going to get over it. They're going to get over their fears. Okay, um, they're going to come from up under this shame and guilt, and they are going to face you. Okay, you can't be a prodigal forever. You can't. The way how God is dealing with them, they eventually is going to put away that pride and contact you and let you know, I was wrong for X, Y, and Z. You know, can we talk? Can we make this work? Etc. Etc. Okay, but we gotta make sure we are allowing them that opportunity to come back to us, to you. Okay, because you deserve it. You deserve it. All right. So I hope that answered your question. I am Taquila Coleman. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.